you're tired of making promises to yourself and then breaking them, then this is for you. I was the type of person to make every goal in the book and then never following through with anything that I said. My one friend that I do have would get so frustrated with me because I would constantly say, this is the year I'm gonna lose weight, this is the year I'm gonna be disciplined on YouTube, this is my year. And then the following week I would fall out of my goal, and then right back I was telling her exactly what I was doing again. So if you relate to this at all, then trust me when I say there's 3 things that help me to finally follow through with my plan and stop myself from constantly getting stuck in the planning stage. And what the planning stage looks like, it's researching things about working out and creating a workout plan and making such a beautiful little weekly spread out on my planner. And then once it was time to actually for me to show up to the gym, ring ring ring, no one answered, no one showed up, no one cared. Today's video I'm going to show you how to actually stop yourself from being in that planning stage and actually follow through with the plan that you've built. And lo and behold, it's all about systems being set in place. I didn't know anything about systems. I didn't know anything about organization. And once you're going through your goals, you don't know how important systems and organizations are when you are trying to go after a goal. So today we're going to do that, and we're going to talk you through on how to get from point A to point C. Okay, so if you guys are new here, my name is Geraldine and I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, and procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also, click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I am at Geraldine Silva. So if you are tired of not following through with your goals and want to actually achieve your goals this year, then please join me on my accountability membership group, which the name had to be changed. Unfortunately, I've been promoting it as the Committed Collective, and the Committed Collective has officially been removed from availability. So we are now changing the name, and not going to announce it just yet because I want to make sure that I'm settling on the correct name, which I feel like it is the right name. Just want to play with a couple other names before I settle on one and forever settling on that one. So if you are interested in joining this membership group, this unnamed membership group, which I promise you it will be named, but for the sake of this video, let's just continue calling it the Committed Collective. So if you are interested in this accountability membership group, what you will be receiving is a one-on-one accountability partner that is in the group. So you'll be assigned a partner, which is a game changer for those of us who don't have friends, who don't have family members, who we can count on, who can cheer us on. Okay, so within this group, you're being paired with somebody who is just like you, doesn't have anyone, and wants to have the accountability portion, and is also struggling with procrastination. So what a better way to be paired with somebody than someone who's just like you, who wants the same things just like you. So you're going to be assigned a partner within your journey. You will also have the chance to join our weekly get-togethers where we talk all things goals, and you get to talk. You will also get the chance to talk to other group members. And we will all get a chance to, or you guys will all get a chance to talk about your goals and how your week is going and what we can do about it. And the last thing is that you will be getting a 6-week course training on all things goal setting. So think of discipline, commitment, consistency. You'll be learning the top tips that I do have to get you from not achieving to achieving by the end of this year. So who am I to teach you about this? Well, I am somebody who was a procrastinator, such a huge procrastinator in college, to now being super consistent on YouTube for a year now. I am now getting brand deals, getting sent products, and now being sent out to content creator events, which I just went to my first one this weekend on Saturday, which was super fun. I was sent by Banish, so super thankful for them for inviting me. And that's just the power of being consistent and being disciplined in your goals, that things, your vision board starts to come true. So if you want the same results as I'm getting with the things that I'm putting myself through, then join the Committed Collective, because I will teach you just that. But in today's video, what I am going to teach you is how to follow through on your plan. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on with this video. By the way, everything will be linked down in the description and in the comments below. Okay, number one, create a commitment contract. Okay, this is part of the planning stage though. But what you are going to do is you're not going to be vague on your goals. You're going to be hard hitting on your goals. So a commitment contract is what exactly it sounds like, right? You're making a contract to the goals that you want to achieve. However, the misconception that people have when it comes to committing to a goal is that they commit not just to the goals, but to all the habits that you need to change in order to achieve this goal. So people think that like, oh yeah, one goal, we can do this, right? And so because they want to overachieve and over deliver, they start coming up with 2, 3, 4, 5 different goals that they don't understand that that goal has things that has habits within it that you also need to change. So it's not just about losing 30 pounds, right? In your head, you think, oh, this is one goal that I really want to accomplish, losing 30 pounds. I can do that. And you know what else I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit my job and finally become a singer, and I'm also going to go out and have my dream car. Like, you start coming up with all of these goals, but what you don't understand is that there's habits that fall right under that you need to change. And there could be 3 to 4, 5 different habits that you need to change in order to accomplish that goal. So when you think of I'm going to commit to this goal, you also have to think I have to commit to these habits. And that is the reason why people don't follow through, is because they don't understand the habits also play a huge role in accomplishing something. So don't be just vague on your goal of I want to lose 30 pounds. No, write out the habits that you need to do in order to accomplish that goal, and watch your page fill itself up much more. So for my goal is that I want to become a YouTube content creator, right? In order for me to do that, I have to make money online some way, somehow, to become a full-time content creator. So that means I am pumping out videos 3 times a week. That means I am writing 3 scripts 3 times a week. That means that I am editing for hours and hours on end and uploading these videos, and then researching on top of that to make sure that what I'm writing, what I'm scripting, is relevant to what's currently happening in today's society. So there's so much that actually falls under my actual goal that I may think to myself, oh yeah, I can accomplish this goal, when I don't even realize the work that goes into just accomplishing one thing. And so when people create these goals, they want to be over delivering and over exaggerating their goals, and then when it comes to actually fulfilling these habits, they fall flat. So you're going to make a contract, and what I want you to write in this contract is, again, for my visual learners, because I am a visual learner and I love my little whiteboard. So you have your goal. Let's say it's to lose 30 pounds, right? This is your goal contract. Okay. Write as many habits that you are willing to commit to in order to accomplish this goal. So one of the habits that I would commit to, and I have committed to, is going to the gym 5 times a week, right? And maybe my second habit that I'm gonna start doing is I'm going to start fasting in the mornings until 11 a.m. Maybe that's another habit that you can do to accomplish this goal. And then the last habit is to replace processed sugars with natural. So these are 3 habits that you can commit to accomplishing this goal. Does this mean that you have to follow all 3? No, you can add more to this under this umbrella of losing 30 pounds. But what I want you to understand is that write it down. What exactly are you doing that's going to help you accomplish this goal? It's not just this. It's the habits that fall under this, right? So there are layers that come to accomplishing your goal. And then once you write down all the habits, it doesn't have to be this much. It could literally just be one habit, one goal. But write the entirety of what you are willing to accomplish to help you visualize exactly what you're willing to accomplish. Because you don't also have to just write it in I wish I had a bigger eraser so I could do this faster. You can also do a mind map. You don't have to write it down like that. Map it, right? Your goal, the habits, and then sign it. That's all that you need to do for your contract, okay? Just make sure you look at the details. Just think about like an actual contract, right? When you actually go through a real contract, it's literally listing everything that's in agreement. If you've ever had to accept any contracts or any agreement on your iPhone, then you know what I'm talking about, right? You have to scroll through all of that because it really needs to be that detailed for you to understand what you're putting yourself through. So number 2, build a ritual, not a routine. So I love to talk about routines, but when you're wanting to follow through with your goals, it needs to be a ritual. A ritual, think of it like a skincare routine ritual or skincare ritual. It's something that you follow, it is something that you believe in, and it is something that you do on a daily basis. Think of someone's like faith, right? They pray every single day. It's a ritual. They follow through with some sort of way to get into the zone of praying. So our goals need to be like that, where it becomes a ritual, where it becomes a daily practice. That is what a ritual is putting it into a daily practice. Think of your morning routine. Your morning prep work helps you stay focused throughout the day, helps you become energized to tackle all your tasks, and puts you in that mindset of, these are the things I need to accomplish, and I'm putting myself in the mindset to accomplishing these things. So you're putting an identity on top of your goals and your habits that you have to accomplish. I'm a YouTube content creator, so therefore I'm putting myself in that mental mindset of, okay, these are the steps I need to take in order to accomplish this goal. Whether it, whoops, got interrupted. Okay, so you're putting yourself in that mindset. I'm putting myself in the mindset of, I have a filming. Filming is a ritual for me. I have to sit down and do my hair, my makeup, pick out the clothing that I'm going to wear in each video, and then sitting down and reviewing what I'm going to say. Like, it becomes a ritual and it becomes a daily practice. And that is what your goals are. Your goals and your habits, more than anything, your habits are those rituals. It's that daily practice. How are you putting yourself in that mindset of doing that prep work? It's in order to accomplish this, right? The prep work being like, okay, I'm gonna get my water bottle ready, I'm gonna drink my pre-workout drink, I'm going to get changed, I'm gonna drive there, I'm gonna set aside this amount of time, so I'm making sure that I'm not getting interrupted by anyone and anything. It becomes that daily habit, it becomes that daily ritual. So make it yours and give it a vibe. My year of entering my influencer era, right? That is my vibe, my influencer era, my CEO era, my business owner era, whatever it is, give it a vibe, give it a name, give it something for you to understand that this means something. And this is not to be skipped. It's not to be something you do want like in and out. No, it's a daily ritual, it's a daily practice. So step number 3, measure progress and effort and not in outcomes. Well, you are going to measure your outcomes because we want to make sure that we are on track to accomplishing our goals. So there needs to be some sort of quantitative measure that needs to be taken, but this does not mean that the only thing that you're going to do is just take numbers down. it's also the effort that you're putting in. So when I first started off on YouTube, my main goal was to become monetized. Have I accomplished that? No, not yet. Am I going to accomplish it? Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to accomplish it. But I didn't accomplish it in the amount of time that I did want it, but that doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen. However, I could have just said the numbers never added up, therefore I failed. Therefore, me continuing on with this journey of becoming a full-time content creator is clearly not for me. When in reality, it's not that. It's not the outcome, it's not the numbers, it's the effort that I put into, because the first year I was grinding so much and putting in the effort and discipline and commitment to accomplishing this goal that even though I didn't get monetized, I still got paid somehow through, again, these sponsors through these brand deals, through these products, and through this content creator event. So it's not about just having that set number, it's what ended up happening, what was the turnout, what dreams of yours started to kind of come true. Maybe it's not the fact that you actually lost this amount of weight. Maybe it's, I'm starting to feel more confident in the clothing that I wear. I'm starting to feel more energized and not crashing out at freaking 3 p.m. after work. Like I can feel myself being a lot more happier instead of depressed with the way that I looked. There's different outcomes that happen set aside from the actual number. And sometimes it's not that like black and white. There's other positive things that happen. And so when you're going through the progress, you have to cling onto those positive things, because sometimes the outcome is not going to be what you want, but something else could manifest that's just as beautiful. So to close up this video and give you a little bit of a recap, number one is to make a commitment contract. So a commitment contract is the goal that you want to accomplish plus all the habits that you're willing to commit to that just as much. Number two, turning your routines into rituals. So turning these mechanical routines that you think that you have to accomplish into daily practice, into rituals, into something that feels a lot more fluid than just, I got to do this A, B, and C. It's a daily practice. It's a vibe on a daily basis. Think of like romanticizing your life. And then number three, measuring the effort and not just the outcome. Making sure that you're not just evaluating yourself on the numbers that you see, but also the other outcomes that are happening, like becoming more confident or having other things pop up that you just weren't expecting. So just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I am at Charlie Silva. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.